Top 7 Best Monitor for Xbox One X 2023. Through extensive research and testing, I have put together the list of options that will meet the need of different types of buyers. So whether it's price, performance, or particular use, we have got you covered. For more information, I have put links of products in the description. Make sure to check it out. Like the video, comment, don't forget to subscribe, and let's get started. Number 7. ASUS VP28 UQG. If you're looking to be ruthlessly realistic in your Xbox Series X monitor search, the cold, hard truth is that only a very few games will actually run at the 120s that we'd all love. Particularly, if they are graphically intensive games, you just aren't going to get close to 120 HC running at 4K. As a result, if you're willing to compromise and stick to 60 HC with your 4K resolution, then options like the ASUS VP28 UQG could be just the ticket. Priced around $240/PS240, it's remarkably affordable for a 28-inch panel that offers a full 4K resolution, including the necessary HDMI 2.0 connection. The monitor also sports DisplayPort 1.2 connectivity, meaning this could easily fit into a setup that has a PC too. Another caveat is that another absent spec is HDR capability, but again, most so-called HDR monitors aren't truly capable of HDR visuals. Number 6. Acer Predator CG7. Acer's beastly 43-inch Predator CG7 has been updated to offer HDMI 2.1 support, and that makes it a shoo-in for our best gaming monitor for Xbox Series X guide now. An early note, as ever, the branding of the new variant is confusing. It's the Acer Predator CG437 KPU1. The additional P on the end is the critical indicator of the updated model. The prices you see here are for that, and the links will take you to the right place. Specs-wise, the VA panel is the real 4K deal and good for fully 1000 nits of brightness and one's responses, albeit that one stat is not the usual gray to gray at Acer's Visual Response Boost mode, which comes at the cost of brightness. Just as important, it'll hit the full 120 HC thanks to that HDMI 2.1 upgrade. Connected to a PC, it'll go even faster, 144 HC. For the record, Acer says it will also run at 120 HC at 1440p on the Xbox Series X, giving you the option to step down the resolution in return for more speed and response. That makes this panel suitable for twitchy online shooters like Fortnite, while the sheer scale and punch of the VA panel is also a good fit for graphics fests like Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Number 5. BenQ EW3270U. BenQ's monitors hit a number of different excellent value, price and performance points, and the BenQ EW3270U is one that will offer a great contender for best gaming monitor. Xbox Series X, mainly because it's another attractive 4K panel that doesn't break the bank. While it's a slightly older model and not a true HDR display, it will process an HDR input like the above EL2870U. But it will also, thanks to its VA panel, give you a fantastic 3001 static contrast and some seriously vivid and bright colors. Yup, you won't get that 120 HC again, but the offering is still an attractive one here. You do get all 3840 by 2160 pixels and really nice core image quality in a generous 32-inch package. At this price point, we'd expect to see monitors of a good handful of inches smaller in size. Throw in a slim bezel design that looks far more expensive than it is, and it's a very compelling overall package. Number 4. ASUS G7 Until now, 4K 60+ gaming has been a concept only attainable by the hardcore enthusiasts who dedicate everything they have to PC gaming and their best gaming monitors. Not anymore. Thanks to the new-gen consoles and the launch of the 30 series cards from NVIDIA and AMD RX series equivalents, it's finally affordable for those who desire it. The ASUS G7 changes that entirely, bringing almost the best possible specs on the 4K screen down to a reachable tier for everyone, including Xbox Series X players. It's still not cheap, but a 4K monitor with one's response time and a 144 HC refresh rate going below the $1 mark is quite something. And it does that quite considerably too, coming in at around $800/Nitro. It's still a hefty price tag. Don't get me wrong, but it's far cheaper than the other top-tier offerings. The ASUS G7 is like a gaze into what gaming can really be like. Cyberpunk 2077 and my jaw on the floor, with stunning lighting effects and texture detail throughout Night City, as did Assassin's Creed Valhalla, with the sun rays splitting the treetops. You will not be disappointed with this contender for best gaming monitor for Xbox Series X. Number 3. Gigabyte M270. The Xbox Series X's ability to run games at fully 4K and 120 Hz grabs all the headlines. But depending on your budget and whether you play on an Xbox Series S, aiming for a monitor of 1440 resolution could actually be more significant. Sometimes known as 2.5K, 1440 refers to a native resolution of 2560 by 1440 pixels. All told, it's fewer than half the pixels of 4K, and that means lower GPU load, higher frame rates, and a more responsive feel. But does that also come with less visual detail? Not necessarily. At least, not in terms of pixel density. If you compare the 1440 Gigabyte M270 with, say, a 55-inch 4K TV, it's this Gigabyte panel that has more pixels per inch. It's also dramatically cheaper than a comparable 4K panel, as in less than half the price. After all, the Gigabyte M270 has one heck of a feature set. Its IPS panel is good for 0.5 pixel response, albeit by the MPRT rather than more demanding GTG metric, and 170 Hz refresh. The M270 is also Display HDR 400 certified, supports variable refresh rate, and is rated at 92% coverage of the DCI-P3 color space. It even has USB Type-C, though only with 10W of charging power. Number 2. BenQ EL2870U. If you're looking for a responsive 4K gaming monitor for Xbox Series X on a budget, something's gotta give. That something is 120 Hz high refresh support. Of course, for many of the very best looking games, 120 Hz is arguably a moot point, given 4K means driving over 8 million high quality pixels to your panel of choice every second. 60 Hz or 6 fps is still plenty. Enter, therefore, the BenQ EL2870U, a tried and tested 28-inch 4K monitor with a strong gaming feature set. What it doesn't have, however, is HDMI 2.1 support, so it can only hit 60 Hz. It's also TN rather than IPS in terms of panel tech, so don't expect the best contrast and viewing angles. Oh, and it's rated at 300 nits, so it won't exactly burn you a new set of retinas either. But don't let that put you off. Along with the full 3840 by 2160 4K native resolution, the BenQ EL2870U gives you one's response and ultra-low latency. And that's one's TN style, which tends to be faster in the real world than one's from an IPS screen. If you want super speedy, blur-free visuals in shooters like Fortnite, this is about as good as it gets. BenQ has also included variable rate refresh support over both HDMI and DisplayPort. Number 1. Acer Nitro XV282K. One of the advantages of a gaming Xbox Series X monitor over a TV is the option to pack all those next-gen display features into a compact package. This is exactly what the new Acer Nitro XV282K is all about. Based around a 28-inch IPS panel, it ticks an awful lot of boxes, starting with up to 144 Hz refresh and the full 120 Hz over HDMI 2.1. Thanks to the use of a modern IPS panel, the response is rated at a nippy ones, and that's ones by the gray-to-gray metric, not the less demanding MPRT measure. There's variable rate refresh support for liquid smooth rendering, too, plus a focus on delivering low latency. There aren't all that many games that will run at 4K and 120 Hz on the Series X, but for those that will, including Halo, the Master Chief Collection, this Acer panel is surely the weapon of choice. It also has basic HDR capability thanks to HDR 400 certification. With that comes 400 nits of brightness. So guys, that's all for the top 7 best monitor for Xbox One X 2023. The links of all products are given in the description, which are updated for the best prices. Subscribe our channel for more videos. We will meet in next video. Till then, take care. Bye.